In this video, I just want to show you how you can, two steps, create a button that will open up a pop-up and then have that pop-up connected to a paid calendar event. So let me just show you the preview of how this works. So if somebody comes to this page and they click on this button, it pops open a calendar. And then I'm inviting them to pick a time. They'll click on that. They'll select the time. And then it takes them to the checkout page. The back-end calendar is automatically set up where it will connect them to Stripe, and they'll make the payment. Down here we see that they're being charged the amount, and then it books the appointment. And then from there, you can set up a trigger. So how do you do that? To create the button, so I'll just duplicate it here. So let me just add a whole new row here. I'm going to add an element. And what I'm going to add is a button. And I can just click on it. We'll just say test button. I won't worry about any of the formatting for right now. And then from the button, when you come down here to the bottom left, what's the action for the button? You want to have it open a pop-up. You could have it do other things, but you want it to open a pop-up. So what happens when you click the pop-up? So we're saying whenever you click on this, the action is it's going to open a pop-up. And the pop-up we want is to connect to the calendar. So we're going to save this. You could have already had the calendar set up. I'm just going to come back out, go down to your settings, and then come up here to the top where it says calendars. And then at the very top here, see where it says calendar code? You click on that, and then you find the calendar. You'll notice that I had several calendars set up. So I have already set up the calendar, which I'll do in a separate video for you, but I have a calendar dedicated for this 1-hour consultation. So I'll click on that, and then this is the embed code that I want. So I'm just going to click on the little copy button and then close this window. And now I'm going to go back over here on the left, go back to my funnels, and I'll go into the step that I was working on. So it's just my 1-hour consultation, and I'll come back and edit the page. Now in a perfect world, you would have already captured that HTML code, but I just wanted to show it to you. So again, when this button is clicked, what we want is the pop-up. So you come up here to the pop-up, and the pop-up is basically connected to this page, all right? So we're going to click on custom HTML JavaScript code. And when we do that, over here on the left, we get the option to open the code editor. I've already pasted it in, but you would just paste that code in that you copied and say, yes, save. And now you can close this. And let me save this page again. I'll go back to preview. Now we have two buttons here. And now notice if I click on the second one, again, it will open that calendar. I'll find the date that works for me, schedule the time. And then again, because on the back end of the calendar, it's already set up to connect us to Stripe and bill them for $97. Once they fill out this information, they can book their appointment, and then you can put them into a sequence to remind them of that. So again, just to recap, I created the button. The action on the button was to open a pop-up, went up to the pop-up, opened the code editor, pasted that code in from the calendar, Close this, save it, and you're good to go. In another video, I will show you how you can create a calendar event tied to your Stripe.